Well, hello and welcome to Sports by Compion Pick'em Edition. That's right, we're back with more picks for you fine folks of the Sports by Compion Nation. And for that, I'm your host, Stephen Compion, joined by my co-host, the man who knows about football and picking it. That's correct, because he's in third place in this here competition. Corey Compion rejoins the show. Corey, how are you?
Doing fantastic. Third place out of five. Not as impressive as I'd like, but we're gonna rally. We're gonna come back. We're gonna make some fucking stellar picks, and we're gonna get everything right. It's gonna be awesome.
Only one game out of first place. That's right. It's just that tight around here, but we are picking in the 90%. The whole 97% and 99% that I had in the first 2 weeks is gone, Corey, because there was a lot of weird upsets. There was a lot of weird stuff happened last week. We were wrong on some stuff. I'm not going to lie. We're not going to be perfect every week, but we are still batting the 90%. So I feel like they can trust us, you know?
It's true. What's kind of a bummer is I'm pretty sure all the bets that Frankie told us about, where he was picking division leaders, all of those hinged on the Texans winning that division, which seemed like kind of a shoe in at the beginning of the season. Texans are 0-3. So that bet is looking kind of rough. And it's also kind of rough for me because I have a whole dollar riding on that, Steven.
Whole dollar?
A whole dollar. I think I picked like the Texans, um, Bills, and one other team. I picked three divisions, and I was like, these are going to be my winners. And I put a whole dollar on it, and that might not happen anymore, which is scary for me.
Dude, it's tough. If we're at a dollar, I'm
For
going to
a
piss.
dollar, like that's almost a slice of dollar pizza.
Right, right. Well,
Because
Corey,
dollar
let's get
pizza
to
is a
our
dollar
picks.
fifty now.
Let's try to make some better decisions here now in week 4. All right. You ready for
Mm-hmm.
this?
We're gonna
So
rally, bring it back.
I think Seattle's going over to the Cardinals. I think they're going to Arizona. I think that's where this 2-1 team versus 2-1 team is taking place. As you can see, I have already made my picks here because I'm nothing short of impressed with Seattle. They're just beating the living crap out of teams right now. Obviously, they beat up the Saints, but they did also beat up the Steelers. They hung with the 49ers. Meanwhile, the Cardinals beat up two NFC, AFC, NFC South teams. Not as impressive. They should have beat the 49ers, though. They just couldn't get anything going on offense when they really needed to. Either way, I still go with Seattle here.
Yeah, I mean Sam Darnold's just looking great. He hasn't slowed down since he came over from the Vikings. I'm sure the Vikings are kind of regretting letting him go now. Seattle definitely takes this one in my mind. I think Sam Darnold was like the highest passer rating um last week. So
I can see it.
he's firing on all cylinders. I think
They got the run game going, too. Kenneth Walker's rolling, so
and like you said, the Cardinals they've beat some bad teams, not super impressive.
we'll see. Moving on. We got the Steelers hosting the Vikings. This is kind of a throw up. Is who's going to have this? Is what we saw from the Vikings real last week? Can we count on Carson Wentz 2 weeks in a row to protect the ball against a good Steelers defense that apparently can't stop the run, but they are good. On the other hand, the Vikings do have Jordan Mason, who just is coming off a huge game, and yeah, the Steelers have shown that they struggle to stop the run. What do we think? Because this is also another team that's coming off of beating maybe two unimpressive people, whereas the Vikings not the biggest win resume, but they did absolutely destroy the Bengals last week. I think I'm still going Steelers though.
The Bengals are the Bengals. I'm going
Yeah,
Steelers. Like this is Aaron Rodgers' old division, so you know he has built-in hatred for them. Aaron Rodgers seems like a very emotional player that is like one of those guys that if he wants to, he can play better. Like if it's against an old team or someone he dislikes, I think he probably has some dislike for the Vikings. So I think he's gonna have quite a performance. I'm going Steelers.
love that. Love that. Me too. I just believe in Aaron Rodgers right now. He's doing some fine work, and the
He's killing
Vikings
it.
are still a little bit in shambles without JJ McCarthy. So we'll see what happens. But either way, we're picking them for now. We still don't
Who is
really
it?
know who the
Carson
heck.
Wentz is throwing for the Vikings. Yeah, that's gonna be
Yeah,
fine.
yeah. I don't know, man. He's interesting. Then we got Commanders traveling over to Atlanta, who just got smoked, shut out by the Carolina Panthers, man. So, ooh, that was one of the picks we were off on, huh, Core?
Yeah. Um. Yeah, that was a rough one. I didn't think the Panthers were gonna like play football at all, but apparently they remembered how to play football. Also, I think
Yeah.
Michael Penix got hurt. Isn't he out for a bit?
No, no, he just got benched.
He just got benched. Right, right.
Mm,
So if we have um Marcus Mariota is starting still in Washington.
Looked okay the previous week, but
Looked
obviously
okay, but if we're looking at I think the issue with Cousins is he's not going to take you to a Super Bowl, but he's probably going to win a couple games.
I don't know if he's starting though. It might be Penix again.
Mariota's probably fine. I'm going
Raheem's not going to
Commanders.
anything. Yeah,
They're just a better team. We can't
I
put
think that would work.
that much power on who's the quarterback. I
Although
think
it
they're
is
just a good
important.
team.
I think the Commanders are a very good complete team right now, and they're built for a running quarterback. Mariota is a running quarterback, so I'm with you.
He has some experience too. It's gonna be fun.
Besides Bijan Robinson, and who scares you on that Falcons offense? I think London's down for the count, or at least for now.
I have him in fantasy. He's not out, but he is slowed down.
He's banged up, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Either way, we're going Commanders on this one. We're moving on to the Bills versus Saints score. This is a really, really tough one, but I got to go Bills here, who are undefeated. I don't think the Saints are going to figure it out against them.
I like the 1%. I've never seen a differential quite that egregious.
We've seen those sometimes, but yeah, I don't think you're ever going to see a full 100% one way or the other, but I think this is as close to as that as it gets.
It seems like it's very much the
Saints are 900 for the money line. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, yeah, definitely Bills. I don't think that the Saints have it in them to beat one of the best teams in the league right now.
Agreed. Moving on to Detroit hosting the Browns. Now the Browns are coming off a huge win, but I think the Packers had multiple chances to win that game and just kind of let it slip away. Whereas Detroit's coming off a very impressive win against the Baltimore Ravens, where they literally just went to Baltimore and beat the shit out of them. So I'm gonna have to go with Dan Campbell and the boys, who seem to be rolling and are fighting their stride with the run game. Jared Goff can throw it when they need him to. I think they're hot right now. Whereas Joe Flacco, tough last couple games. He might be getting benched soon for Dylan Gabriel or one of the other backups they got over there. Shedeur Sanders. He's got to overcome Dylan Gabriel first, though, I think.
Did you hear the drama about Shedeur Sanders? Apparently, the Eagles want to take him as a backup, and he's like, "No, I want to be a starter." And I
think it was Baltimore, but yeah, I did hear that.
Well, it was Baltimore and the Eagles. I think it was two teams wanted him, and he told both of them, "Not pass on me."
Yeah,
which is wild. What team are you holding out for?
Well, it kind of makes sense, I guess, from that perspective. If you're a competitor, I'm not going to beat out Jalen Hurts or Lamar Jackson to get onto the field, whereas I could probably beat out Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, wild stuff, man.
Yeah, whatever. I'm tired of hearing about the kid. He's a third string. Whatever, dude. Good luck, I guess. But either way, I think Detroit got this game.
Yeah, definitely. It's a good team against a bad team.
Pretty much, yeah. And then we got two bad teams going against each other in Carolina Panthers, New England Patriots. A lot of people going with Patriots on this one. I guess they believe in Mike Vrabel. My reasoning for going to the Panthers is they woke up. Dave Canales has got to be coaching for his job right now. They can't keep on losing this much and him keep his job. So I think Bryce Young needs to do something, or he's going to be washed out of the NFL, or at least out of the Carolina Panthers. So
a lot of guys
desperate for work, whereas New England is still we got time. We're not going to get fired tomorrow. So I think desperation gets the Panthers to win this week. It might be completely hopeful thinking just based on what they did to Atlanta, but I don't think Atlanta's a terrible team, and they absolutely murked them.
I too am going Panthers just based off of they had an upset last week. I feel like New England's kind of they're going to be consistently New England. They're not going to have a super scary blow-up game. They're not going to have a meltdown game. They're just going to be, the Patriots every week. And I think the Panthers maybe can beat that.
Yeah, agreed.
They can beat that middling.
Agreed. We got Chargers. We got Giants. Giants are starting Jackson Dart. The Russell Wilson era appears to be over in New York. Whereas
it was so short. It was so fun. They gave us that one. He gave us that one amazing game against the Cowboys, which is crazy that they just play that close against everyone. Wasn't their game against the Chiefs also really close?
Yeah.
I think it was just week 1 they got blown out, but outside of that, they really could.
They had tons of chances to beat the Chiefs, but Russell Wilson kept on throwing the ball to the pylon, so it was really hard for them to catch touchdown passes like that.
but like they're so close from being a 2-1 team that like I don't remember what happened week 1 to be honest. But
No, you're right. They have been close, but just not close
they
but
just
no
can't.
cigar.
Yeah, good teams, win games, especially close games. I think
Yep.
the Chargers are amazing right now.
Chargers
So
are hot.
they have your boy Hurts getting laid now. So like I think they got this all under control. I think they're
Absolutely.
going to handle the Giants.
Herbert's going to figure it out. He's been looking good. We're going Chargers with this one. So we got Bucks. We got Eagles. This is in Tampa. The Eagles looked very hot and very discombobulated and unhappy last year when they came down around this same time. This was literally the same matchup, I feel like, last year, week 4, hot in Tampa. The Eagles are trying to come down a day early to get more acclimated to the heat. Dude, I've been to that stadium for a game. I don't know if you can get acclimated to that heat. It's freaking crazy.
You got to live in it.
You got to live in it. And even then, like, those players still are going to get tired.
I liked Tampa Bay for this, and then the percentages scared me, and I was like, it is the Eagles, and like Tampa's looking good, but they got a couple hurt guys, like I think Mike Evans out, and like I was gonna go Eagles just because I feel like I got to start picking safer. Like I'm kind of getting my ass kicked in this so far, but the vibes are kind of telling me Tampa. I don't know if that's wishful thinking.
It might be. We are
like
very banged up, man. We are super banged up. But we are allegedly getting Tristan Wirth back this week. Chris Godwin has been full participation in practice. So Evans goes down, Godwin steps up. Could be a thing. Godwin's still going to be a little rusty, but he might be able to, catch some passes. And if we can get Tristan Wirth back, dude, we'll be much better on that O-line. Because at that point, we can move Graham Martin back to center. You move Bredesen back over to guard, and now we got at least one side of the line that's pretty strong.
What's up with Baker? Why is he questionable?
He gets banged up all the time. He's a dog. He's going to play. But he got all kinds of messed up these last couple games. It turns out no O-line, not great for your quarterback's health.
What? Since when?
Yeah. Which they really should tell us beforehand. But, dude, we should definitely change it.
Why are they keeping secrets?
If it does come down to Teddy Two Gloves, we might have to change our pick here, even as a diehard Bucs fan.
I just got to play it safe and go Eagles. They've just been very dominant. They've kind of just been kicking ass and taking names. As much as I hate it, I think like one of the closest games they had was against the Cowboys. Everyone else they're kind of just handling.
And they came back against the Rams last week, so they definitely showed some cheeks in the armor.
I guess they're having some.
The Rams had them in the crosshairs and couldn't close it out.
What's up with that rookie that you guys got? Rookie of the year? Rookie of the year.
Emeka Egbuka is having himself a hell of a campaign through 3 weeks. Let's see if he can stay healthy. He already has hip injuries, which is great. It's really cool.
Oh, good. You
want
your stud rookie to be hurt.
He wanted to be like the rest of the wide receiver room there in Tampa, be a little bit banged up and hurt. He doesn't want to stand out.
Jalen McMillan, here's what you do. You get hurt and you play through the hurt and you just exist anyways.
Dude, Jalen McMillan's still messed up in his neck. He's going to be out until like November. Our receiver room's all kinds of banged up, and it's very, very sad, Corey. All that to say, I still believe in Baker. Baker's just an absolute savage.
He'll throw it to anyone. It'll be okay.
I think he'll find a way.
He's just going to make it work.
Get the tight ends involved, dude. They have like 4 targets all season, so he needs to maybe get the tight ends more involved.
Damn.
And let's try to get something going.
We got stopping good. Last question is
we're always good at stopping the run. If
you stop Saquon and you make Jalen hurt, you might have it, or make Jalen Hurts throw, you might have a chance.
We got to be able to also shut down AJ Brown, but we do have a pretty good secondary as well. So we'll have to see what happens, Corey. It's going to be a tough game. Speaking of getting things going, the Texans are hosting the Titans. Both teams 0-3. One of these guys has got to win. I think it's going to be the Texans because they are the better team, as we all mentioned. It's all very surprising that they're 0-3. But they got to figure it out, dude. They got to.
This has to be the get right. This has to be the get right game. I think
everyone's talking piles of shit about we said this last week about the Texans, how it was the get right game, but it's got to be this one, dude. It's got to be against the Titans.
The Titans aren't going to go 0-16, but I don't think this is the game they win.
No.
They'll beat somebody. Probably like, I don't know if they play the Saints or something, but maybe a different division rival, but I don't think it'll be the Texans.
Cam Ward still looks really uncomfortable there, and to be fair, who's he throwing it to? No O line, not much of a running game. He's just trying his best over
I
there.
had to drop Calvin Ridley. I was like, "Sir, you look like a hobo. You got to get out of here. We
Yeah,
have to find someone else."
we have to find someone else, man. That's how it do be. But you're also going Texans this game.
Yeah, I think Texans find a way.
It's got to be the time, Texans. All right, Colts traveling to the Rams. Colts are 3-0. Rams are 2-1. Let one slip through their fingers, as I mentioned. Basically, that blocked field goal was the difference. They would have beat the Eagles if it wouldn't have been for a blocked field goal. So, still, the Colts are freaking hot, dude. They barely ever punt the ball. Daniel Jones is looking good. I don't know. I'm kind of with the vibes on all this with right now. Like maybe rationally, the Rams are the better team, but the Colts are just fun, dude.
Until someone stops the Colt, like they didn't punt. Yeah, like you said, I think they've punted like 3 times all season. Like
Yeah, it was all in this last game against the Denver very good defense.
until someone figures out how to stop them, like maybe it's like you said, it's a copycat league. Maybe Denver showed them, and now everyone's just going to copy that scheme and be like, "Cool, this is what we got to do." But I'm going Colts. You know, I love the
Yeah,
narrative of everyone who leaves the Giants becomes a superstar, and every quarterback who leaves Carolina becomes a superstar. Like
I love it.
when Bryce Young finally leaves Carolina, he might be just a dominant player somewhere else.
Hey, rebound quarterbacks are a thing now.
Exactly.
Go to your second franchise. Go prove it. Get paid again. It's a good time. All right. Anyway, speaking of people who have to prove it again, Mac Jones over there with the 49ers didn't look great against the Cardinals, and I think that's why I'm going Jacksonville Jaguars here, who are 2-1. Have been frisky. They should have put down the Bengals and weren't able to. Otherwise, they would also be 3-0. The 49ers are just barely surviving teams. They've been doing this pretty much since week one. They've just been barely surviving teams, and they're losing like a player per game. They're losing like somebody to
They are.
IR. One of their superstars is getting knocked out like per game. So
Some white receiver I've never heard of is apparently like
yeah,
third in the league.
Praskell.
Yeah, he's like third in the league for receiving yards. I'm like, who are you, sir? And why is your team like it's such close games if you have all these fucking yards? What's happening?
Yeah, Praskell's been really good. But beyond him, I don't really know who Mac Jones is throwing it to over there. Everyone's injured.
I am still going to go 49ers just because I think you can outcoach a mid team. And I think similar to the Aaron Rodgers thing, Mac Jones seems like a very resentful person. And I think he was a backup in Jacksonville.
He was.
So he's having himself a little revenge game here. I think he takes the revenge game.
All right. I like that prediction, but I am sticking with my Jaguars pick here. Trevor Lawrence has got to get this figured out at some point, Corey. And that's gonna be a big win to send them on the road, even though I don't like the Jaguars. But we'll see what happens. We got a good one here. The Ravens and the Chiefs, both teams 1-2. Both have let some games slip away from them. You know, maybe not the start that either one of them wanted. It's gonna be a tough one, but I gotta go Lamar Jackson here just because he's an absolute stud and he's been playing really great. The defense got to figure it out at some point. They're all banged up, but they got to. This Chiefs offense is pretty bad right now, so this might be a good get right game for that defense.
Yeah, it's a banged up offense against a banged up defense, and the Ravens doesn't matter if their offense is healthy or not. They're going to put up like 40
It's crazy
points.
that we're like going into week 4 and everybody's freaking hurt, and so many people have already hit the IR. Like shout out James Cook, was doing great for my fantasy team, and then hit the IR. It's like, damn, dude.
Maybe this is just going to turn into like hockey where everyone just has like really deep benches. They're just like 10 guys sitting on the bench everywhere.
Dude, the XFL boys are about to start getting their phones called. I'm telling you.
Yep. I'm going Ravens as well. I think it doesn't make sense that the Ravens are 1-2. The Chiefs, it doesn't really make sense either, but it makes more sense. Like,
yeah, I get what you're saying.
So yeah, I'm going Ravens.
I like it, Corey. Moving on, we got the Bears. They're traveling to Las Vegas for a battle of not bad, but mid teams. Maybe is the right word for these guys. These guys maybe should be 1-2.
I was 1-2 makes sense for both of these teams. In solidarity of the Cowboys getting wrecked by the Bears, I too got wrecked on Sunday night. I was
Oh
unable to
boy.
watch the game because I was, starting with my new flag football team, and we played the champions from the previous year in the division above us, and we lost 68-6.
Close game.
That is the highest point differential I've ever been involved with. Um,
Fun times.
and then I got done with the game. I checked my phone. I saw the Cowboys lost to the Bears. I was like, yes, this is what I want for my Sunday night. This is this is how I want to go into the week. This is gonna be great.
For sure.
But I think the Bears probably beat the Raiders here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I think Caleb Williams may woke up. It's just looking tough over there for Las Vegas, dude. Like, they're throwing it to dudes named Trey Way. It's wild.
I just picked up their receiver that got like 150 yards. He
Me
had like
too.
40
Me too.
points. I scooped him up because I was like,
I'm
I don't know who you are, but I like
he
you more
wasn't-
than I like Calvin Ridley.
He wasn't bad. He wasn't bad in week 1 either. So I'm
Right.
kind of hoping that he has a little bit more magic in him.
Yeah, and I mean, if
He's
you were
getting tons
Calvin
of
Ridley-
targets. They're throwing him a bunch of balls. So I like to see that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think despite all that, we're still going Bears for this one, right?
I think, yeah, they're just a more put together team. Like, I think Bears were supposed to be a good team that started off underperforming. I'd say the Raiders were supposed to be a mid team and they're being mid.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's a good description. All right, moving on. We got Cowboys. We got Packers. Cowboys are coming off some tough games. This is a Michael Parsons revenge game as well. The Packers need to get their act together after a tough game against Cleveland. Cowboys, I don't know what the hell's going on with the Cowboys after getting absolutely wrecked by the Bears, but I'm going Packers here.
I feel like this is the type of season where if I just pick with my heart every week, it's going to go poorly for me. So I too am going Packers.
It's fair. It's only fair. I mean, they look like the best team in the NFL before they lost last week to Cleveland. And a game like that will kind of be a get right game for them.
I think they had a.
This is still the NFL. We need to not just be fucking around.
We can't just be in cruise the whole time.
Right.
I think the Packers take the revenge game, but you know what a lot of people are talking about, Steven? That random defensive tackle that we got in that trade. It's a revenge game for him too.
Not Kenny Pickett, Kenny Clark.
Yeah, it's a revenge game for him too. No one's saying it's the Clark revenge game. Everyone's saying it's the Parsons revenge game.
They just discarded him like old laundry.
They just threw him away like old jam.
Sad. He used to be really good for them. So yeah, it's true. No one's talking about the Kenny Clark revenge game. But anyway, we got 2-0-3 teams going to battle over there in the AFC East core. If the Jets get back Justin Fields, maybe my pick would change. But as it stands right now, we saw a little bit of life out of Miami, but they were playing against the Bills, so it just wasn't enough. The Jets are finding ways to lose games,
Who is in the who's the quarterback for the Jets?
Tyrod Taylor.
Taylor.
To get jabbed in the ribs himself.
I still think
kind of a hard
Jets. I still think Jets just because like the Dolphins, A, they're losing, and B, their locker room isn't united. Like they're constantly crashing out. They're constantly like they're not like we're losing, but we're losing together. We're gonna get through this. They're like, I'm a fucking star. You're not getting me the ball. And then he's like, well, this fucking guy doesn't even want to be here. Why would I get him the ball? Like, I think they have too much drama off the field, and then they're not doing well on the field, which is expanding on the drama.
I think that's fair. They should just throw Tyreek Hill off board like a freaking Jonah.
Just toss him off like Jonah.
He's bad karma for the whole team.
Just get Jalen Waddle. Like, didn't Jalen Waddle have like -2 yards and a touchdown? Was his final stats for the week? Like,
that's true.
Is that not true?
I don't know. It's possible.
I think he ended with like -2 yards on some amount of targets and a touchdown. Like,
that's wild.
They're doing some weird shit over there. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. I don't trust it. They used to be such a fun team to watch, but now they're just like on fire and running around screaming.
I'm still picking them, Corey. The Jets are our best too.
You do you, bro. Don't let me discourage you.
All right, fair enough. Moving on. We got a little bit of an easier one. Denver taking on the Bengals. Denver's at home. They got to get a win. They've been, skidding a little bit here. The Bengals are a hot mess. We just had yelling from the couch. Mr. Brett himself was on the show as we were recapping. He's sad, Corey. He's sad, and it's not looking any better for him because Jake Browning. It was like that backup that everyone thought, oh, maybe he's a guy. No, he's not. At least it doesn't look like. At least it doesn't look like it early.
How long until Burrow's back? You got like turf toe, right?
Oh, he's gonna be out for a while, dude. I think he comes back in like October sometime. So
that's who's out there? Who's a fun quarterback they could pick up? Maybe they just
Jameis Winston. Then you trade for Jameis Winston.
Oh yeah, that could be great.
Trade for Jameis Winston. Do it.
Get after it. Or Russ, anyone.
Dude, imagine Jameis Winston with freaking T. Higgins and freaking Ja'Marr Chase to throw it to. Those two guys, his fantasy value would skyrocket.
That'd be great.
I mean, they're already high, but yeah, for sure. But yeah, I still go with Denver in this game.
I agree, Denver. But what are you doing with 44 points? Bo Nix is a game manager. The Broncos defense is dominant. This is going to be such a low-scoring game, dude.
Yeah. But they'll probably put up some points. If they put up like 28 and the Bengals put up some points, bam, there we go.
All right. I got 31. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I don't remember where exactly I came up with the 31 number. I guess I'm looking at...
I don't think the Bengals' defense is very good, though.
No, they're terrible. But who is Bo Nix throwing it to? Pat Surtain?
Hell yeah, dude.
Pat Surtain, career game. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. Yeah, no, I hear what you're saying. I'm sticking with 44 because that just came to me when I was making the decision, so I'm sure Pat Steven had a prime reason to it.
Dude, that Pat Steven guy, he knows stuff. He wouldn't lead you astray.
Maybe.
He wouldn't lead you astray. Not about this, Steven.
Not about this, at least, hopefully. Anyway, Sports by Compian fans, we also wouldn't lead you astray because we want you to win your own pick'em league. Yeah, Corey might, and I might actually too if it was amusing to me. But we hope not. And we appreciate you guys liking and subscribing to our show. We try to bring you good content every week. So make sure you're into it. Or if you're not into it, whatever. We're fine with that too. Sports by Compian. We're out.